Okay, guys, so we are on our call number 11 out of 12. So just one more call next week, which is pretty exciting. And we're really just doing, this is what I think some of what we're talking about, changing things up a little bit so we can do it a little more fast-paced, is sort of combining some of these calls so that we're not doing so many different ones and maybe try it so we've got it a little bit more condensed. Because we're just going to, this is a pretty basic topic that we're going to talk about tonight, but it's probably one that we don't always think about. I know for a long time I wasn't. But let's just talk real quick, about, again, just review that we've got these new habits, again, your dream boards, your affirmations, the miracle morning. We talked about that again this week. One of the things that came out again a lot this week is that, and I know that several of you, at least, if not all of you on here, are readers and really into the personal development and stuff and how important that is. A lot of the business development books, we talked about a bunch of them again that were great at the meeting. And one of them that I remembered and I want to go back and read is that No Excuses by Brian Tracy. That's a great book if you haven't read that one as well. But again, the miracle morning, we talked about that again. And I love, again, we've got these goals for March. We've got a whole nother week now left of March. Submit 6 shows. That's your big goal that you're really focusing on. You've still got a week. Throw something together on your own, too. If you need to fill in to get that other show, maybe to put together your own quick March Madness show or something like that, where you could do a fun little online party as well. One of the things too at this point, we've been in this now for 3 months, to be able to look at your, we've got your Go for No tracker, but also your monthly tracker. That's another thing to really look at and look at how far you've come. I think that's going to be something interesting to do by the end of this month, because you're going to be able to look at, okay, what was January? What was my show schedule? How did those shows look? How did it look in February? And then to be able to look in and to see, where we're going into March as well. I know you guys have been doing the Go for No tracker because we've been having new consultants come in, which is pretty exciting. So today we're going to focus on the skill of asking your host about joining our business multiple times throughout the host coaching process and at the party, because your host is your #1 potential recruit lead, right? We know they love the products already. And a lot of times, a lot of consultants make the mistake of not talking with the host at all about the business opportunity or mentioning it only once. And we talked about that before, that one of the things I'd heard somebody say, when we're doing any recruiting, is when they say no, that the first question to ask, if it's at a party or anything, that ask this question: is that a not now or a no never? Is that a not now or a no never? Because if it's a no never, none of you are in this business just for this week or this month. I mean, you guys most of you have been around for a little bit. That, wouldn't it be nice that if you had a no, not now back in September, that today might have been the chance. But you might have marked them just as a no never, right? And then we wouldn't have asked them. So ask that question: is that a no, not ever, or just a no, not now? Because that could make a difference. So you definitely want to make sure that you're going to mention host recruiting to your host 4 times. Okay, and here's your 4 times that we're going to talk about. The first time is when you're going over the host packet. You're going to go over the host benefits, and then when you tell her that, if she wanted to be a consultant, that we could make her show into her intro show, that you give her all the commission for the party and all of the bookings, and that she'd still get the host benefit. Just totally double dipping on this. So, you just ask, have you ever considered being a Pampered Chef consultant? So that's what you would do with that first time. Your second time is going to be when you start collecting those outside orders, right, from your consultant, from the host. When your host says, yep, I've got some outside orders here, that would be the second time. You let her know, how well she's doing collecting the orders, see how easy this is. Pampered Chef sells itself. Everybody loves Pampered Chef. and to say, you know what, I would say a lot to them, you know, you were just doing my job, or let her know that, you know, she's just really gotten a glimpse of what it's like to be a consultant, just sort of plant the seed there. Just to say, wow, you did so much of my job already for me. But again, and maybe it's just really planting that seed. The third time you get to her house, so you're there in her kitchen, you know, a little bit earlier, you know, and you're sort of prepping, and you know, just to sort of throw out, you know, did you think any more about doing what I do, and let her know, watch what I do today, and see if you can imagine yourself doing it as well. Just so again, just sort of plant that seed, and you get that sort of one-on-one with her. And then, of course, the fourth time is at the end of the party, when everyone is left. And I remember this was one of the times that what I would say a lot of times, to say to her, you know what, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you that you could always use some of your free product towards one of the starter kits. Have you ever thought about doing this? Have you thought any more about doing this? I will tell you for a fact, and I'm sure anybody here that recruits regularly, that for a lot of people, it does take asking them more than once. It doesn't just go through, but and probably, you know, if you're not getting as many of your hosts interested, I'm probably going to bank on that you're not asking them enough times and putting that out there in front of them enough times. So this, again, is catered for the cooking show, but you can absolutely, this 4 times should go right through with your virtual parties as well, and make sure that you add this into your host coaching to be able to make sure that you're throwing that out there and talking with people about it as well. Okay, so think about this, and maybe these are some questions to maybe stop and ask yourself. When do you typically talk to your host about the business opportunity? I hope nobody here is saying I don't. Never. What is the difference? You know, again, we talk about informing and asking. You know, informing, again, is the telling them all the great things about it, but that doesn't count for asking. You really need to do both in the process. And then what about what new steps, just by going through this? I would hope the steps are that you're going to do 4 times. I mean, what new steps? What are you missing when it comes to that, when it comes to asking your host? That's going to be a big one. But you guys have practical things right now for the shows you've got going that you could click right into with those. All right, so here's your homework, guys. And this is Jeannie and I said we were going to shake it up here at the end. You get to make your own homework. Patty Tuck, the first one cannot be 0. So you've got to come up to how many I mean, I would like to think that you guys would look at it and go, well, you know what? When I was doing around 20 contacts, then when my business is growing. So I want you guys come up, let us know what your, how many contacts you're going to make this week. How many parties do you want to add to your calendar this week? And how are you going to be more consistent this week in asking your hosts about the business? So your homework is going to be right now to message me or Jeannie those answers to those questions to 1, 2, and 3, and then by our call next week to give us what your update is. But you guys are making the goals. Sound good? Any questions? Thoughts? Comments? You guys ready to rock it? We're right to the end. We got 1 week left. We've got all these new consultants coming in. Ridiculous. Very exciting.
Anna, what was the third one on there?
It was oh, here we go. What are you going to be more consistent this week? How are you going to be more consistent this week in asking your hosts about the business opportunity?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, honey.
Was number 2 how many parties you're going to have this week, or how many parties you're dating this week?
Yes, how many you're dating this week.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right.
Good. Let's rock. I mean, I don't know about you guys, Jeannie, but our numbers are like crazy out of control this month. I mean, recruiting, sales, like we're blowing everything out of the water. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, it's definitely a great month. It looks like organizationally we might beat September. Yeah, but definitely recruiting's picked up. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. Dottie just got somebody that came back on. And
Yay!
I have four, which is just, I haven't had any. So all of a sudden I got four. So it's like,
All right, Jeannie, woohoo!
came back from conference, got a little action going on. And I think some of it is just deciding to just do it. Just got to do the work and not think about it, overthink it, just be more comfortable and normal.
Oh, normal.
Out there, Carol.
Normal, good.
Well, I think it's just make it a normal conversation, not be so anxious about it, and just, what do you have to lose kind of conversation. I mean, with that kid, it's an easy conversation. That's part of it.
It really is.
So, I mean, it costs more to put gas in your car.
Yeah. It does. Good. All right, guys, I'm going to.
It's fun because when you think about it, we still have another week.
We too totally have another week. And I know a lot of mine, I know in my organization, watch for something fun. We're talking about we will have an opportunity event this week. And I'm thinking we're going to do it like a day-long sort of collaboration with the directors. But so that will happen this week.
Actually, we need to do the same. But you're thinking of doing it like over a period of time through a day.
Yes, that's what because we have a director meeting Tuesday and I have parties Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm sort of, we have to be creative a little bit. So, but that's what I'm thinking. We've got to do something because I know I've got people on my lead list that, I think they will wait till the end of the month, to jump in. So
do you have a good post or how do you invite people to your opportunity events? Do you have something really fun that you found that gets a good response?
No.
Nothing.
I think it really has to do with the people asking their people.
Yeah.
Like Shannon messaging and saying, listen, there's this great event, that personal. That's what really makes it.
Just personal. Yeah.
Yeah. Megan, do you have something?
Yes. So, sorry, everything's going off. I don't know if you saw on my post that golden ticket that I did.
Yes.
I saw it from you had posted like a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I redid it and I had 2 people message me and I said, because I said in the post, they need to be serious, et cetera, et cetera. So in their private message they sent to me, it explained why they wanted to do it. Like they were serious, why they wanted to do it, why it would be so great for them. One of them, it's her husband works, they have 4 kids. So I said, if you're serious, I'll give you the wording and I'll give you the images, but I want you to post on your wall and talk to people. You need to get at least 3 parties booked before I give it to you.
Yes.
And one girl didn't message me back, but one girl actually just messaged me and said she's got 2 parties booked, but one of them, the third one will be her launch party. And then she just said that she did some research and she really wants to join.
That is so exciting.
And
Will you share the golden ticket thing on this group?
Yes. Yep.
Really, for $40, if we paid $40 to bless somebody and help them, to get started, I mean, that's an amazing kind of thing. Is she going to be a virtual consultant?
Yeah, because they only have 1 vehicle.
Okay. I have everything you need, Megan. I've not from what I gave you already, I've revamped it, but I will get to you. So before you start anything with her, just let me know.
Did you and Terry knock this thing out while you were together?
Well, I did a lot of it today. I've got a few other things but I just redid the launch party and the launch code. So I will get it to everybody. Yeah, I will make sure you have all those systems. But yeah, it's good. Well, we had the skeleton of it already. So it's just really getting it together. So yeah.
And he's commented before on some things, and I know just they're struggling for money.
Yeah.
And I know even $40 is it's kind of hard for them right now.
Yeah.
So I wanted her to at least book 3 parties so that way she can actually
that was great.
earning. the
Absolutely.
50 or the 200.
Yeah,
$50.
that will get some, yeah, that will get some money
And
in.
three's not crazy, right? Three's not crazy.
No.
You can
No.
do a launch and have 2 friends. And then the chances of them getting the 250 in free product then is a reality, right?
Yeah, I was nervous because when she posted it, Jesus, sorry, work. When she posted it, she nobody really commented on there. So I was a little concerned, but when I messaged her, she said that she probably figured Facebook doesn't allow people to see some posts. So she started private messaging people.
Oh, she's motivated. Good.
Yes. So fingers crossed.
Good, good, good. I love it.
Thanks for
Mhm.
sharing the golden ticket idea.
Yes,
You're welcome.
please
I'll put
do.
that on right now. I'll mute myself so you guys can hear me typing, but I'll put it on.
That would be great. Good, good. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much, and we will to be in touch this week, and then we'll have our call next week.
Awesome. Thanks.
Good night.